So what is up, NASCAR Authentics fans? This is OBB, the Diecast News Guy, and I know what you guys are about to say. You're like, OBB, I cannot believe that you are about to review a diecast that's on a certain mold that, you know, everyone is like 50-50 on, but we all know the trend. I'm not a big fan of the PTC mold diecast or the J mold, but if you guys have not noticed, this whole point of this diecast is to show you guys that the J mold is the new PTC mold, and it's actually improving, because I was actually pretty shocked to show you this diecast I'm about to show, which you can get now in Wave 3 of 2023 NASCAR Authentics Wave 5, as I almost forgot my numbers right there, but hey, got me a good reason for this, because I think it's this video is gonna, I guess you could say, quote unquote, generate a lot of views and comments. So with the bad pun out of the way, man, let's go and start off this diecast review for NASCAR Authentics exclusive of Todd Gilliland's 2023 Gener8tor Skills Ford Mustang for Front Row Motorsports. Now, this is a diecast I did recently picked up in my newest What's in Store video, so if you guys haven't checked that out, make sure to go ahead and check it out, because I probably am going to say a lot of things, like I said in the What's in Stores video, but this is going to be a closer look at the fine details of this. So right off the bat, you can tell that, yeah, we do got this car is painted all white, but the decals look pretty decent. The interior absolutely looks like dog shit, but this will be one of the last few waves that we will have a free sticker to go with this, because if you guys know, starting in Wave 7 and beyond that, and I think starting Wave 9 as well, we are no longer going to have stickers included with NASCAR Authentics due to costs, cost reduction. So with Lionel Racing, but here's the back if you guys want to see that, and you guys should probably find this. I don't know. I know the distribution has been kind of wonky lately with NASCAR Authentics, but it is the holiday season, and that is one thing that they always want to have in stock at the store shelves. But let's go ahead and start off the unboxing, the official diecast review of this NASCAR Authentic exclusive for Todd Gilliland and his Gener8tor Skills Ford Mustang. And alrighty guys, we got this diecast out of its box, but hold your horses, folks. Hold your horses, because with the NASCAR Authentics review, we have to show the free sticker, because hey, this is something that we are not going to see in future waves, so we might as well enjoy this while we can. So here's the sticker, nice and bright and beautiful, even though on the back it's got, you know, piss yellow paper. So yeah, I mean, at least the white looks cool, and I don't know, this is a cool sticker. You can definitely tell it's not really, made in the best, highest quality as possible, but they still got to cut costs somehow. But let's get back to this diecast. As like I said, you guys are probably just waiting for me to just absolutely go crazy on this video, but I'm not. I am going to show you guys that, yeah, I am definitely not a big fan of this mold, and people are going to be like, why'd you got this car? Because if you look at it, man, this is probably the best version of a PTC/J mold. And I'm saying J mold because if you look on the bottom, wherever the factory is, that's usually what the last letter of that is. So with the Gold Series diecast, it's EL. I'm only saying this to the new collectors out there who are watching, be like, where this guy got these letters from? No, I just like J because it sounds cool. So this J mold is basically a better and improved version of what was known as the dreadful PTC mold. But I guess you could say they probably required a lot of skills to craft this car, but you got me, G? I don't know, when I looked at that G, it kind of looks like the freaking Gary's Mod logo, you know? Shout out to anybody who knows what I'm talking about. You guys are definitely a true PC gamer. But we got G skills, y'all? But as you guys can see, the decal quality actually doesn't look too bad. I mean, the one problem I've had with, and we will be getting onto a side-by-side comparison of this very soon, because like I've said before, and I probably will say this later on in this video, this is a better version of the PTC mold. All right, it's still not perfect. I do not like the interior at all, as my good buddy Robbie Noonan's calling me, so I'm gonna have to probably decline his offer at the moment. So sorry, bud. But this diecast, sure, it's missing a lot of details, but the one thing you're probably noticing right off the bat, for anybody who's new to the J mold, the tires are definitely a lot more different. They're no longer thick anymore. They actually kind of give this illusion. I mean, my camera's kind of showing the printing on these, like, you know, very bright and vibrant. They're a little more duller, but they kind of give this, they kind of remind me of like the Racing Champion tires, actually, or from far of a distance, they kind of look like rubber tires, but heck. But you guys also see right here that this car is painted all white, which the problem I've had with the PTC mold diecast before is that they would always paint the car wherever the spoiler is, which is black. They did learn their lesson from that, from the common complaints, but one thing I will say, oh no, we have a paint chip on the spoiler, but guess what? I have a Sharpie, and you know what? We're gonna go and do that shit right now, man. So let's go ahead and let's just fix Lionel's issue right here. So you know, if you guys ever want to, you know, fix your diecast, then a Sharpie's the way to go. There we go, problem solved. So can't complain about about that. But the Ford Mustangs actually look the best on this J mold. What I mean by that is that everything looks pretty linear. Compared, nothing is like, you know, oversized or undersized. The Ford Mustangs look really good, which is a damn shame because, as you guys know, we are going to be getting a new Mustang next year and new Toyotas. But back to what I was trying to say earlier before I, you know, had that little pause moment. Yeah, this car is painted all white, so the colors are a lot more brighter, they're a lot more vibrant. The red is really hitting me in the face right now where it's like, hey, this is pretty cool. So, but you also can see right here, man, that this, if you guys can see, I'm actually giving you guys a closer look because I got that pro-grade camera. Those are not fuzzy decals. This actually has a metallic finish to it, which I never thought that we were going to see that on the number, because if you guys know, for NASCAR Authentics, we usually... It's a cost custom. They can't really have the foil numbers or any kind of metallic finishes on these diecasts because, you know, it's for them to save costs. Speaking of saving costs, we got that Circle B diecast logo right there, so you guys know what time it is. Make sure you use that promo code. Well, you know what it is, OBYT. So always cool to see Circle B on actually a retail car, so pretty nice. As oh no, the Circle B diecast actually got chipped right there. Well, that's gonna make me a little mad now. But yeah, we got the Chex Mix of a freaking window net right there, which does suck. But I will say, it's not showing up on this car, man, but on, I think, what, like, the Ryan Blaney Menard's car from another NASCAR Thanks Wave, they did add interior detail on this, all right? So you'll see later on, especially on the, yeah, like I said, the Ryan Blaney Menard's car and the Ross Chastain Kubota car, they did put some interiors, so they are listening to us. You know, they're painting the cars right, a different, you know, the right color, or I still wish this car was painted red, but there is some white to it. But back to what I was trying to say earlier is that this 38, I can't believe we got this feature, man. I can't believe that. That is some really cool detail. I think it's showing you guys that these guys really are starting to take some care in their quality production. I mean, even though this thing still feels and looks cheap, but it is getting better. Will I say, is it better than the blurry decals? Well, at least everything looks legible, so I will have to say that this is better than the blurry decals. So... yeah, dude, I mean, I know people are still gonna be like, well, I don't like PTC mold diecast or J mold diecast. I get that. But if this is what's gonna take, because keep in mind, man, NASCAR Authentics, man, we are loaded with a lot of stuff. We have not only the EL cars, but with the blurry decals, but we also got PTC/J mold cars, and we also got winter circles. So Lionel does have to up their production, which I do understand that. So... but I'm glad they're really taking the measures in this, man. It started off with the, you know, the reconfigured tires, and now they're painting the cars right. So little by little, this mold is getting better. But this is an exclusive diecast, as we're now getting onto the actual car now. So I know I kind of, you know, said a lot about that, but decal placement is still kind of, you know, not really good. But I'll let it slide on this because, like I said, there's a lot of white on this. But I know a lot of people don't really like how these cars actually, you know, hang low, if you know what I mean. But keep in mind, man, the actual NASCAR stock cars, they actually don't have much ride height. But I get what you mean. Like, you know, yeah, this mold still looks pretty wonky to some people. But this is the only time, actually, this is the second time in a row we got a Todd Gilliland diecast exclusive for NASCAR Authentics. We've had a lot of Zane Smith diecasts, but this is the car that Todd Gilliland, along with his AW car from 2022, from Wave 1 of 2023, those were the only time you can get those two diecasts. But we had a few other diecasts that were released in the Gold Series, which probably will segue into the side-by-side comparison now, which I know a lot of people want to see this. So on the right and the left, we got ourselves, well, on the left, as I know what direction is, so I don't have enough skills for that shit. This is the EL car, which does have the metal chassis, well, the $15 one. But we can definitely see right off the bat, of course, these things are not going to be, you know, absolutely 100% down by, you know, the metal, like, perfect, but it's a step in the right direction. And I know a lot of people are annoyed just how cheap looking this window looks, especially with how that plastic sticks out. Hopefully they can clean that up, because that does look cheap. You can definitely see where the plastic, I don't know, meets in where it's supposed to like snap into the diecast body compared to here. So just little by little, they got to clean things up. But as you guys can see, I mean, you know, there is some more detail in the Gold Series car. And of course, yeah, the interior detail. Yeah, do I gotta say more? The interior detail still sucks, man. I mean, look, that's what a window net's supposed to look like. That looks like, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. But, and again, see, the tires do look a little bit better, but you see there are a little more of a gradient effect. But Hey man, this is, and I didn't realize we have a little detail right here that we usually get for the rocker panel, so I'm glad we have that detail. I don't know why they don't add that on the EL car. Well, they usually do, but that's with the blurry decal situation. But still is really cool, man. And of course the back does look kind of wonky too. Like, there's not much of a curvature right here where the diecast cut is on the back bumper. Compared to here, it's just mostly flat. But, you know, this car is already round as it is. But I don't know, man. I mean, either I'm going crazy or this diecast is looking actually pretty decent. I mean, besides the decal overlapping me, because look at that. That still looks, yeah. I mean, they did a good job right here, because we used to have like those weird dark outlines where the decals like meet. You can still see them, but it looks like that white mold really did the trick. But still, the Gold Series diecast is still the way to go, but I'm just glad to see that these things are improving little by little. So, sorry if it's not a rant review, but don't worry, there will be one coming up very shortly for you guys, since, you know, those blurry decals are starting to get on my nerves, so feel free to tune in on that, probably tomorrow, I'll be uploading that. But anyways, this is going to wrap up the diecast review of Todd Gilliland's 2023 Gener8tor Skills Ford Mustang for Front Row Motorsports. Like I say, you can pick this up at all your brick and mortar stores, Walmart, Target, Toys R Us, at Macy's, and Meijer, probably Cracker Barrel too, who knows. But yeah, this has been OBB, the Diecast News Guy, and I will see you guys next time, as I'm going to go ahead and generate my ass out of here.